Hey esteem, welcome to AS Academy. I'm Harini and today we'll be looking at the most important current affairs of April 8 and 9 together. So without much delay, let's get into the first question. So the first question is, Supreme Court appointed a committee for studying 3 agricultural reform laws passed by the Parliament. The committee consists of how many members? So the answer is option C, 3. So the committee consists of 3 members and the members of the committee are Pramod Kumar Joshi, Anil Ganwat, Ashok Gulati. This 3 members committee has submitted its report to the Supreme Court and this report will be made public on the date of next hearing of the public interest litigation. So then moving on to the next question. So the second question is, Atal Innovation Mission has signed a statement of intent for promoting innovation and entrepreneurship with, so the answer is option A, CPIS, and CPIS stands for Center for Innovation in Public System, and the key points to remember here is both the entities, that is Atal Innovation Mission and CPIS, both the entities will develop a database of innovation in public system for improving public services and other. And the second point is, in order to promote innovative learning among students, it has been proposed to create a innovative learning management system. So then moving on to the next question. So the third question is, Spices Board India and UNDP, India's Accelerator Lab, signed a MOU for developing a blockchain-based traceability interface for Indian spices to enhance transparency in supply interface for Indian spices to enhance transparency in supply chain and trade. Spices Board in India comes under which ministry? So the answer is option B. So it comes under the Ministry of Commerce and Industry. Spices Board comes under the Ministry of Commerce and Industry and the Union Minister of Commerce and Industry is Piyush Goyal. And UNDP stands for United Nations Development Program and the administrator of UNDP is Akim Steiner and the chairman and secretary is D. Satyan. And blockchain interface is expected to be completed by May 2021 and the project will be piloted with over 3,000 farmers engaged in chili and turmeric farming in few selected districts of Andhra Pradesh. So then moving on to the next question. So the fourth question is, GOI, Government of India has promulgated an ordinance titled the Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code Ordinance 2021 to allow pre-packed insolvency resolution process to, so the answer is option D, MSME, micro, small and medium enterprises, and it amends the Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code 2016. So Government of India has promulgated an ordinance titled the Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code 2021 and this ordinance will amend the Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code of 2016. So then moving on to the next question. So the fifth question is, who attended the consulting meeting of Education Ministry of E9 countries? So the answer is option B, Sanjay Dautre. So Sanjay Dautre has attended the consulting meeting of Education Ministry of E9 countries and the theme of the E9 initiative is scaling up digital learning to accelerate progress towards sustainable development. Goal 4. So then moving on to the next question. So the sixth question is, who participated in the virtual climate and development ministerial meeting hosted by the UK in a run-up to the 26th United Nations Climate Change Conference of Parties 2021? So the answer is option B, Prakash Javadekar. So the Union Minister of Environment, Forest and Climatic Change, Prakash Javadekar, has participated in the virtual climate and development ministerial meeting hosted by UK, and it was hosted by the president of COP26, Ashok Sharma, and UK Foreign Secretary Dominic Raab. So then moving on to the next question. So the seventh question is, the base rate of NBFC MFIs borrowing for Q1 financial year 21 was informed to be how much percent by RBI? So the answer is option D, 7.81%. And what is base rate? It is defined as the minimum rate of interest set by RBI, below which Indian banks are not permitted to lend to their customers, and the base rate was introduced in June 2010. So then moving on to the next question. So the eighth question is, which of the following institution has modified its framework relating to the guidelines on contribution to set up limited purpose clearing corporation by asset management companies of mutual funds? So the answer is option A, SEBI. So the Security Exchange Board of India, SEBI, has modified its framework relating to the guidelines on contribution to set up the limited purpose clearing corporation by asset management companies of mutual funds, and the chairman of SEBI is Ajay Tyagi. So then moving on to the next question. So the ninth question is, International Monetary Fund in its biannual World Economic Outlook report has hiked its growth projection of India for financial year 22 by how much? So the answer is option A, 1%. So the International Monetary Fund, IMF, in its biannual World Economic Outlook report has hiked its growth projection of India for financial year 22 to 1% from 12.5% to 12.5% of its January 2021 estimates due to the normalization of economic activity. This hike has been carried out. So then moving on to the next question. So the 10th question is, who has topped the Forbes 35th annual World Billionaires list? So the answer is option B, Jeff Bezos. So Jeff Bezos has topped the Forbes 35th annual World Billionaires list with a net worth of 177 billion USD. Jeff Bezos takes the lead, followed up by Elon Musk with a net worth of 151 billion USD, and Bernard Arnault is in the third position, and Mukesh Ambani is ranked 10th in this list, and he is the Asia's richest person, replacing Jack Ma. So then moving on to the next question. So the 11th question is, who has been appointed as the 48th Chief Justice of India? So the answer is option D, Ramana. So N.V. Ramana has been appointed as the 48th Chief Justice of India. He takes over as the Chief Justice of India on 24th of April 2021. So on 23rd of April, S.A. Bobde will get retired, and on 24th of April, N.V. Ramana will take charge as the Chief Justice of India. So then moving on to the next question. So the 12th question is, who has been appointed as the CEO of SIDBI? So the answer is option A, S. Raman. So S. Raman has been appointed as the CEO of SIDBI, and SIDBI stands for Small Industries Development Bank of India, and S. Raman will hold the post of CMD of SIDBI for a period of 3 years from the date of his assuming charge or until further orders. So then moving on to the next question. So the 13th question is, Byju's, India's biggest online education startup, has announced its acquisition of which of the following? So the answer is option C, Akash Education Services. So Byju's, India's biggest online education startup, has announced its acquisition of Akash Education Services, and the objective of this acquisition is Byju aims to increase its presence in the test preparation space, and it has been acquired for 1 billion, which is approximately 7,300 crore. So then moving on to the next question. So the 14th question is, who has approved the proposed combination of SAMC to acquire PAMPL, PTCPL and PRAPL? So the answer is option A, CCI, and CCI stands for Competition Commission of India. So Competition Commission of India has approved the proposed combination of SAMC to acquire PAMPL, PTCPL and PRAPL, and SAMC stands for Sundaram Asset Management Company Limited, and PAMPL stands for Principal Asset Management Private Limited, and PTCPL stands for Principal Trustee Company Private Limited, and PRAPL stands for Principal Retirement Advisors Private Limited. So then moving on to the next question. So the 15th question is, who has virtually launched the integrated health information platform for disease surveillance? So the answer is option A, Harshvardhan. So the Union Minister of Health, Harshvardhan, has virtually launched the integrated health information platform for disease surveillance, and IHIP is capable of tracing 33 diseases. Previously it was 18, now it is capable of tracking 33 diseases. It will be helpful in gathering information about the earliest sign of disease spread in villages, and it will play a vital role in preventing potential epidemics. So then moving on to the next question. So the 16th question is, Supreme Court portal for assistance in court efficiency and artificial intelligence was launched by? So the answer is option A, SA Bobde. So SA Bobde has launched the Supreme Court portal for assistance in courts efficiency, and SUPAC is a artificial intelligence driven tool which is first of its kind in the world that collects relevant facts and laws related to the case, thereby easing the research process of judges. So then moving on to the next question. So the 17th question is, what is the name of the new super torpedo that Russia has been testing in Arctic region? So the answer is option D, Poseidon 2M39 torpedo. So Russia has been testing the super torpedo Poseidon 2M39 in Arctic region. And so then moving on to the next question. So the 18th question is, who has topped the International Cricket Council ODI men's batsman ranking? So the answer is option A, Virat Kohli. So Virat Kohli has topped the ICC ODI men's batting rankings after the 2021 England vs India's third match. In March 2021, Indian skipper Virat Kohli regained the number 1 spot. So then moving on to the next question. So the 19th question is, who is the author of the book Exam Warriors? So the answer is option A, Narendra Modi. Prime Minister of India Narendra Modi is the author of the book Exam Warriors. So then moving on to the next question. So the 20th question is, when is the International Day of Sports for Development and Peace celebrated? So the answer is option C, April 6th. On 6th of April, the International Day of Sports for Development and Peace is celebrated, and the theme of the International Day of Sports for Development and Peace is recovery from the pandemic, the importance of equity in that. So then moving on to the next question. So the 21st question is, World Health Day is annually observed on? The answer is option D, 7th of April. On 7th of April, the World Health Day is celebrated, and the theme is building a fairer, healthier world. So then moving on to the next question. So the 22nd question is, International Day of Reflection on the 1994 genocide against the Tutsi in Rwanda is annually observed on? So the answer is option D, on 7th of April. On 7th of April, the International Day of Reflection on the 1994 genocide against the Tutsi in Rwanda is annually observed. So then moving on to the next question. So the 23rd question is, World Backup Day is celebrated on? So the answer is option B, on March 31st. On March 31st, the World Backup Day is being celebrated. It is celebrated to remind us to protect our digital documents. So that's it. We are done for the day, and thank you for watching our video. And if you think that we are doing good, please let us know in the comment section below, because it means a lot to us and it motivates us. So meet you in my next video. Till then, bye. It's me, Harini, signing off.